Elijah Mitchell was evaluated for head injury. He was cleared, came back.
What about Jeff Wilson? He seemed to be.
Yeah, he went out with something. They didn't put it on here. He never got taken out, but yeah, he was bothered. I'll get that to you guys tomorrow.
With Cannon, is there a concern of something more than?
No, it's obvious. Concussions are very concerning, but all the stuff that you were really worried about, he's cleared. So he remembers it all, and it's just concussion. I'll keep him overnight for that.
Kyle, this game had so many ups and downs for you guys. Just how do you, a few minutes after it, kind of put this in perspective, and how do you share it with the players in there?
I know we were all disappointed, very frustrated. We felt we had a lot of self-inflicted stuff that was always, it's caused by other teams, so I'm not taking anything away from them, but thought we had opportunity at the beginning of the game to kind of just really felt like we were ready to go, and giving them that punt return gave them a lot of life. I thought I was scoring. We were trying to get the clock lower. Kittle made a hell of a play though on that keeper, scoring a touchdown. And they got that big return and ended up scoring before the end of the half, which gave them the life back. And then for us to open up the series and fumble it in the third quarter, then defense did a hell of a job stopping them. They missed a field goal, but we followed it with a safety. Then I think we followed it with a pick. So I felt like it went about an hour. It seemed like we barely had the ball, which was our fault. So it was just frustrating. I was glad with the guys, no matter how many bad things did happen. They kept fighting, never quit. That was a hell of a job by the defense getting that turnover on the 1 yard line like they did. And I really believe we were going to go down and score. The guys made a lot of big plays on that last drive, and came up short on that 4th down. And I think it was Dunlap did a good job getting his hands up. I think he was going to have Trent there in the end zone, but made a hell of a play and shouldn't have let it get to that point.
You spoke. What happened on like 3rd and 4th downs? Both of those plays you went to Sherfield. How did the coverages, or what dictated him being the target of those?
Just how the coverages go. I think Sherfield was number 3 in the progression on the first one, tried juicing the flat. They peeled with it, went to Ayuk. The backers pushed over, so he went to number 3 to Sherfield. And then the 4th down play, they played a cover 2 zone. Kittle ran a nod, and so 2 guys took him, and then we brought Sherfield underneath, who I believe was uncovered, but it got tipped.
You said all week how close this game was going to be and how much better the Seahawks are than their record. Is it hard to get that message across to your players when the opponent comes into the game with 3 wins?
No, not at all. It's real simple.
Do you feel they were adequately prepared for this game?
What do you mean?
Do you think your team was prepared for this game? I mean, it looked like they didn't play their best.
Yeah, we're prepared for it, but it's sports, I mean, we tried to play our best, but there's some turnovers. Wish we caught that ball on 3rd down. Some mistakes we had, but yeah, we were prepared.
Coach, were you surprised that Pete Carroll went for try to get the 1st down instead of a field goal there, and then after that you guys got the fumble? Was that kind of surprising that?
Not really. I mean, it was a situation where I think it could go either way. It would have been real tough if they made it 14 points with that time left. So, I think it 50-50 either way.
How did Jimmy Garoppolo play?
He did some good things. Those 2 picks, though, weren't good plays. He's got to be better with the ball.
What was he thinking? You look at it and say, well, why would you throw that ball? Jimmy, on the 2 picks, did you see what he was at least thinking on those?
Yeah, the first one, Wagner got back, which he does a great job of, and Jimmy's got to wait for him to go by him. He tried to throw it in the first window, it's a second window throw, and on the next one, both linebackers are back there. Jimmy knew it, tried to drop it in over him, which is an overthrow. Should have checked it down below, underneath him.
How much did Emmanuel's injury kind of impact this game from your defensive standpoint?
You don't know. It always hurts to lose a guy like that. Wish he would have stayed in. But I don't know what happened if he stayed.
What's the level of concern on the injury?
Of the what's
on
it?
the Mosley injury, what's the level?
I'm not sure. They just told me an ankle, and the fact that he couldn't come back in concerns me. They didn't tell me whether it was high or low or anything like that, so we'll find out tomorrow.
Seems like a big difference in this game was just the play of the special teams. How do you assess your own special teams?
Not good enough today at all. We gave him a fake punt for whatever it was, 70 yards. It seemed like we had a turnover as the kick returner. I thought it, obviously hurt losing Trenton, but Travis got to hold on to that ball when he comes in. We also gave up a big kick return at the end of the 2nd quarter that led to a touchdown. So, and we missed extra points. So we got to play a hell of a lot better.
Go ahead.
It looked like they were rolling on the first half drive there, it ended in a field goal, but there were 2 penalties, 1 hold and a false start. How disappointing was that at that juncture of the game to not be able to finish that drive?
Sorry, us, the
Yes.
whole false start on that last drive?
No, first half, up 7. I think Jeff Wilson had just had a big game.
Yeah,
outside he got called.
that one ended in a field goal, right? Real frustrating. I know we got around the corner for a big one. You know, I don't get to see the hold, so I'm not sure about the call, but you live with it, you go back, and it was tough. We obviously wanted 7 and ended up with 3.
Kyle, obviously, when Mosley went in, Lenore came in, did you feel like he was, now V12 going to be more ready for that experience? Obviously, they kicked down to the game.
Yeah, I think, I think he needs more help on that 3rd and 14, on that go route. We gotta be better at safety, getting over there and things like that. I think it was just off a little in a couple of zone coverages, and the second half, we wanted to have a bet in there we felt more comfortable with.
I think this was the most penalized you've been all year, and the second most penalty yards you've had all year. Did you get a sense for why that was, and how sort of taxing is it to deal with those penalties?
Huge. I mean, they were a big deal, especially, I'll have a different opinion probably tomorrow or more of an opinion when I get to watch them all, but the 2 personal fouls on the quarterback I thought were huge. That led to a touchdown drive. I believe one was on 3rd down. So those can't happen, and usually you can control that. It seemed like they called it because we landed on them. But I think that was Charles who did that. We gotta not do that. And yeah, it's hard to win when you have turnovers and penalties.
Kyle, what was the play call where you guys got the penalty on the bad snap and Garoppolo wound up with the ball?
Yeah, it was a zone read play. That's what the play was.
The 2 last throws to Sherfield, any complaints about the first of those? It looked like there was some contact in the back of the end zone there with the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. So.
And on the second, I mean, if Dunlap doesn't get his hand on that ball, is Sherfield wide open?
That's what I saw, yeah.
After a couple games, 3 games with almost 40 yards, 40 carries, 25 today, what wasn't working in the running game?
We knew it would be tough. They don't make it easy to run the ball. But I would have liked to get a lot more play calls in, especially the runs. But we only had 48 total plays, so it was going to be real hard to get that many runs. I don't know. We ended up with 20-something.
25.
Yeah, so probably should have called a few more passes with only 48.
Kittle had a pretty good game. I mean, how did he just take that? How did he look on that final drive, getting a couple balls, and then obviously did he want one of those final passes in the goal line there?
Yeah, of course he does. So all 3 were called to him. But you get different coverages.
Take 3 more.
Did you go in thinking that it would be a big game for Kittle? And was that the game plan to get him the ball?
No, you never know how their zones plan out, and we always try to get Kittle the ball, and but we had a good idea that he would get us up, but you never know how that's going to go.
Kyle, from a layman's standpoint, I'm wondering, even if Kittle's covered, give him a chance. Is that just not a thing?
To throw in a double coverage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, guys.